Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the FRL audience, I'd like to welcome you all here to Spa in Belgium, where we have round 5 of the FRL GT3 PC Championships, which, was, as I said, sees us at Spa. Once again, alongside me, I have Mr. James Williams.
Good evening. How is everyone?
Which seems to be a usual thing for me now.
Well, the wife's been away for 2 weeks, so well, not for 2 weeks. In situ, she's gone away 2 Fridays in a row, so it's been a fortunate series of events, shall we say?
It has, which is good for us because that means I have someone to commentate alongside.
Maybe it can. Maybe I can negotiate and try and make it a regular thing. I'm enjoying doing the commentary alongside you, and it's always good to watch some absolutely fantastic racing. And the drivers gave us a great spectacle at Brands Hatch, and I'm sure
They
they will
did
do again
indeed.
today at Spa.
So we can repeat what we saw at Spa then.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, at Brands Hatch. That's
Yeah. At Brands Hatch. Now we're at the wonderful Spa circuit, which always does. It's a good track for a lot of cars. Whereas Brands Hatch was obviously very congested, with being a lot of cars in a very short space. So hopefully it still gives that competitive edge of racing which we had last time.
absolutely. Let's well, not quite jumping into the quali session, but there we go. Cars have now reloaded. I would like to remind you all of the championship standings, as we have our first lot of people coming out now. Of Mattia Nishira at the top, currently don't know his points, with Richter Demmer, and I can't remember who it was in P3.
So we have Richter in P. So we have Mattia in P1, Labuse in P2, Tadema in P3, Georgie Stratton in P4, Marco Keddy in P5, Vladimir Popov in P6, and Nicholas Kiel in P7 is our top 7 drivers at the moment.
So going off our current top 7 drivers then, I would also like to just make the point out of a nice little shout out to Alfie Barron, who put out a brilliant performance last week and came P2, which boosted his maybe title contention a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's one of the guys who's come across on the PlayStation server into the PC world. I think otherwise known as PC Master Race. I think we like to put the PC.
Yes, that's what we like to call it.
So he's managed to go in his first race. He finished P6, and his second race he managed to finish P2, as you correctly said, at Brands Hatch. So that's jumped him up to P18 in the standings.
Absolutely. And it looks as if we'll maybe get a good performance from both Mattia and Alfie again today. Alfie looking particularly fast during the practice times, and Mattia obviously having not been in the server for that long before quali started, not looking maybe as fast as he wanted to.
No, but the good thing as well is you saw Pavel Labuse, who was 8,000, I think it was, off ahead of Alfie in practice session as well.
Which obviously is going to be maybe a tight race for pole position today. We already have a yellow flag of Richter Demmer going off the circuit. But yeah, maybe it's going to be a very tight race today. Also a very tight qualifying for everyone really. Even the midfielders, we saw great fights last week from Chris Gedman. I think it was Stratton and it was I can't say her name at all. Indriani, I think it was.
Yeah. Who doesn't is Gianni in the server? Has she joined today's race? I don't think she has.
She's not in today's race.
Oh, that's a shame.
It is. She's a brilliant driver. I will say that.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
quick, as all people in this server are.
Yeah, there's definitely a few aliens among us in the server tonight, and yeah, there's a lot of very, very quick people on PC, and it's just amazing the difference of pace and quality in the PC side of things. Obviously, a
Absolutely,
lot of
because that
people are
can.
very, very
Sorry.
committed. A lot of people are very, very committed and have a lot more time than I do.
Yeah, absolutely. It can also very much be down to hardware when it comes to direct drive wheels, load cell pedals, and stuff. I don't know really how much that you can transfer across to PS.
Yeah, obviously I think the main difference is obviously the force feedback from a direct drive wheel, but you can get load cell pedals on the PlayStation side of things as well, which give that massive help in terms of braking as well. I myself want to use a Logitech G29, and I do find it quite difficult, especially when there's a car in the middle. So I was watching Alfie's on board, and there was in the double left-hander, there was a car sat up right in the middle of the racing line, which he did very well to avoid. But yes, the load cell pedals allowing the trail braking is possibly one of the biggest differences you can get in terms of track time, but also it does rely heavily on talent.
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel the same. Definitely going into racing against you guys. Full stop, and we have our first our first fair few times on the board, specifically from the top three of Mattia Nechira setting a 2:18.0, Paul Labuse setting 2:18.1, and then Lean Muller in the BMW, the number 984, setting 2:18.6. Which I think there was correct me if I'm wrong, but there was a patch to the M6?
The M6 is absolutely horrible to drive, but the M4, which was the car that came into ACC as part of the 1.8 update, and that was massively OP at the beginning, and obviously Kunos have decided to try and rein it in as much as possible.
Oh yeah. And in P5, Alfie Barron now setting a P3 time of 2:18.4. So only, I'll turn that off. Only 4 tenths from pole position and 3 tenths from Paul Labuse.
Yeah, that was the lap which he set, which he was very unlucky with the car sat in the middle of that double left-hander, just in the middle of sector 2. Sorry, I do not know corner names. So yes, I think he was severely impacted by that car. So maybe
As
go even quicker.
Yeah, Mattia then now coming into a lot of traffic. Marco Keddy now in P5 with a 2:18.2.
Yeah, I think we'd be having serious problems if he was doing 1 minute times.
Yeah, have a serious chat with the admin.
Yeah. What kind of mods has he decided to stick into the server?
A strongly worded message as Paul Labuse now sets a pole position time going into the 2:17s. A lot faster than anything we saw in qualifying. Sorry, not qualifying, in practice. I can't. But
Come on, just shake it out.
I'll get there at some point.
Yeah, we've got Alfie currently is just under 8 tenths up on his previous time, which could set him into that provisional pole position. So he seems to be picking up the pace after that first lap, which was impeded. Just see if he can make it to the bus stop chicane.
9 tenths, nearly a hot. There's the second faster, which looks to see him, but it's invalidated, unfortunately. As Paul Labuse now invalidates, coming back into the pits. It's up to Mattia, see if he can set a better time. But Alfie now actually on a flyer already now over 1.5 tenths up, which wouldn't see him into P2 quite. But if he can make up some time down through P1 and No Name, then that would be beneficial to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, still got quite a few drivers who haven't managed to set a lap yet. From P2 through P24 down to P35. So hopefully those drivers can get some laps in. Damstra's been penalised with a 5-second time penalty for his lap due to causing a collision during qualifying. So that's obviously going to impact his starting position.
The 22 and 216 cars.
I'm not quite sure. Well, we got Kramer, who is currently just under 9/10 up on his previous lap, which could see him go into the top 5.
I can't try and look where people are. Ah, yeah,
he can manage to keep it on track. He's just going into the bus stop chicane. How much curb will he dare to take on the inside, and then can he gain good traction on the exit and prevent any oversteer, which he has done.
Has used a lot of the exit as well. And that does put him into P4 with a 2:18.6. That'll be as a Paul Labuse now. Setting... Oh, sorry. The number 789 Ferrari. I don't know how to say the last name of that, but setting a joint pole position in Mattia as well. 2:17.8. Wow. What a run of laps that was.
Yes, indeed. And I think we're going to have car number 95, Alfie Barron. Is just about to set a new fastest lap, or is he invalidated once again? I believe he has. That's unfortunate.
He hasn't on my screen. There it is, pole position.
2:17.3. That is absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant lap from Mr. Barron there.
That definitely puts the cat amongst the pigeons, as someone might say. We've got Kerrickers in P16. Who's currently 1.5 seconds up on his lap time, and he's just going through out of the bus stop chicane.
However, is invalidated, unfortunately.
Oh. I see. I try and get these moments. I try and get them in.
But they're all invalidated.
They are all invalidated.
As we do have actually P22 Petrovics. Let's go with that. Petrovics 1 second up on his last lap, coming down now towards the bus stop chicane, which will see him.
He does have a BM in front of him, which I think might impede him. But now hopefully can give him a bit of slipstream on the exit.
So that's 6/10, which puts him above Stuart Pryor. The number 12 Aston Martin, who's currently down the Camel Straight. Camel Straight? It is, isn't it?
Yeah, the big long one.
Yeah, coming into Lake Com, nice and tight through the Com. As
we work on. Say it with accents.
That's the corner name. Come on, James.
I thought we were going to get all professional on ourselves there, Hydra.
I don't know the next two corners, but I know this one now is like sorry, not Lake Com. This is now No Name. Yes, that is the actual name of the corner. I am not shitting you. Sorry, language.
Oh, language.
I'll get banned.
Boy. Yeah, don't take the FRL YouTube channel offline, please. We have enough time trying to keep Chris Gedman quiet on the podcast. He's been warned many, many times, but we do have 3 minutes left of qualifying. We do indeed.
Stuart Pryor, I haven't actually been looking at this time, just been looking at Indrani's message. He's just saying see us on the final round. But Stuart Pryor, 1 second up on his last lap, nearly 1.5 seconds. Maybe looking to improve massively. As well as Caracas. In the, is that the Bentley? Yeah, it's the Bentley number 84 car, 1.2 seconds up. Also looking to improve massively. With the red rims of his BMW. And I didn't even realise, but Alfie Barron has now taken back pole position. Number 95 car, setting a 2:17.3.
Yeah, and now he's just going to rest his hands in the pit stops and let Mattia Labuse and I'm going to say Casatrash? Bucharest.
Let's go with that.
Yeah, and Lee Muller, who was very competitive for the early parts of the previous race in P5. So we've got all the from P2 down to P8 on track, and if anyone can massively improve, then they're going to see the front of the grid, because the start of Spa is notoriously interesting, shall we say. But there's nobody making massive jumps in the top 7 positions at the moment.
I'm just currently trying to look for that contact and where it actually happened. There was no contact that I saw that I can see in the logs, but obviously there's something. Oh, Damstra going off there. Big damage. Huge damage.
Yeah, I see him. Oh, he's just ported back to the pits. So that's obviously going to impact Damstra's time. The other surprise as well is Tadema, who's not going to be setting a lap. By the looks of things in qualifying, is currently in P30, but we still do have from P29 going to P35 who have not yet set a valid lap time.
And I am aware that we do have some new, should we say, recruits for this race. I'm not sure what numbers they are. Number 34 of Nielsen here, who put up a great fight at Brands Hatch, 4/10 up on his last lap, which would look to put him just in P10, I think.
Yeah, Nielsen's been one of the first joiners in PC, and he's always been quite consistent, but he's currently halfway through his lap. I mean, it's about 5/10 up, I believe.
Yeah, just under 5/10 up, so he's looking to maybe try and get into P10, see his chances of maybe even a podium. Maybe even a podium at the end of this race, try and boost him up in the championship a little bit, maybe beat his rivals. And Marco Kelly, never mind, he goes off and big damage, so I assume he's back into the pits. I think that's going to be mainly it, as Mattia not able to set a pole position time quite. He needed another 5/10 to beat Alfie's time, so looking quick, but maybe not quite quick enough.
No, but I suppose it all comes down to that consistency. And if you remember rightly at Brands Hatch, where Alfie had to come back from a few positions because he had an off, no fault of any other driver. So it's just all about that consistency and making sure you stay on track, as well as having that outright speed.
Absolutely. And that's the thing with this and any other race, really. In timed races, it's always looking for that consistency, looking for that knowing where your knowing where the limit is with your tires, sorry, and knowing how far you can push without making mistakes, like big mistakes like we saw Alfie Barron make in Brands Hatch last week and take a visit to the walls.
Oh, and Matthias just had a massive spat of oversteer, which has led him, sent him off the track. So I believe we possibly have our grid set, bar a few positions.
Just looking at Marco Kelly now, setting his final lap in P8, 4/10 up, looking to put himself, in which case would be P4, I think.
Yeah, but I think he might run out of time, because we've got 6 seconds left.
Unless he can get to... It's going to be close. No. He's not going to be able to.
No, he's not.
That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate for him. However, that does boost him into P5. Or it did not, maybe. That's interesting. Let's see what the game does with that.
Oh, I think it's leaving him in P8. I think so. You have the 15 minutes to set your lap, and then a further 2 minutes. So might need to looked into for the future, but I don't think that counted as a valid lap because it happened after the lap was completed after that 2 minute period.
I don't think it did count. So it looks as if Alfie Barron will be starting on pole position with Mattia actually in P3 with the number 789 Ferrari setting a 2:17.5 and Mattia only managing to set a 2:17.8. Which
So I've got it that it's Alfie Baron, Mattia Nichiro, and then Labus. So I think Labus might have set that time again after that cut-off period.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but maybe looking in the chat there that he hasn't actually got that position. The 488 number 789. And honestly, I thought we had something against using the chat during race days, but maybe not.
No, I suggest one of the admins type a quick message in.
Dell. Much as last week, I'm definitely looking forward to this race. As I think everyone in chat should be. As here we go. As we are behind the number 79 with is that Mr. Chris Gedman? The number 79?
It should be. So
yeah, it is.
Number 79 is Chris Gedman. So yes, so as you might have heard on the podcast, he's competed the most number of races in FRL without a win.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so 173. So this will be 174th. May today be the day. Races without a win. So yeah, it's a nice, interesting fact there, which I like to beat him up with. I've won a race, so I'm happy.
Having me personally, having not raced in FRL for that long, don't have a win yet or a completed race. I shall say that.
There's still a lot of time, and there is a lot of races for that to happen as well. We like to keep you busy with as many races as possible. Speaking of races, Hydra, is there a special race coming up soon?
There is. Thank you very much for reminding me, James. I was about to text you about it. We have a 12-hour race for Mind coming up, which I've been organising with James here, which will be on. Did we agree on the 5th of March? I think it was.
It is the 5th of March.
Saturday the 5th of March, so not that long away. And we shall, in fact, be racing at Monza, the Temple of Speed, for 12 hours. If you would like a link to it, I shall get you guys a link after today's race. And we hope to see you out there. There is a £10 entry fee. Which is every bit of money that we get from the entry fee will of course be going to the charity, as it definitely should be, and we hope to see a lot of you there, as well as growing the FRL community and doing good for charity.
And I think that it's an absolutely fantastic cause. I think throughout the COVID times, as it's referred to as, mental health has been at the forefront of our mind, and it's something that here at FRL we completely and utterly support, and we want to try and make a really good race day for everyone, and also raise a lot of money for the charity.
Absolutely, as the main cause is. It's definitely a cause that I can feel like I support a lot, because personally I struggle a lot with mental health problems, and it can hurt a lot, and it can affect people in ways that you don't think, but they may stay silent about it, but they may just deal with it as it comes.
Yeah, and you often, I think it's referred to as kind of like a silent illness, where people on the outside might seem quite extroverted, but inside they could be battling a whole world of problems. And yeah, I know the community which has been grown over the past 18 months has massively helped me personally, and yeah, it's a very silent illness, and we'd like to do everything we can to be able to help.
Absolutely.
And as always, hopefully it goes without saying, but if anyone does have any problems or does want any support, then please reach out to someone, myself included.